This video will hopefully help you if you are considering art in Year 9. The first thing we're looking at is the Choices booklet, so read that carefully. Note that we change the content each year, but there are common projects that we tend to fit in even though the subject matter may change. Now, we're governed to some degree by a much more important document. This is the GCSE mark scheme. You can see the levels there. There are really assessment objectives, and each assessment objective is a core in the development of the Year 9 course. So, the assessment objective 1 is about ideas. Assessment objective 2 is about making and selecting with material processes. So that's essentially what you see. The recording is what we do when we document in sketchbooks and you see big lads wandering around school with folders. And finally, we make personal responses that are unique, not artist copies. It all begins with drawing. We do lots of drawing. In these first activities, look, we're just drawing from source reference pictures. You can see some teacher feedback on the work, which is probably helpful. This is because we're trying to push you up the mark scheme at every opportunity. We're trying to evidence higher marks. The drawing in the next task, this is observational and this is design-based. You can see that pupils are taking from sources and combining and recording with notes. Some pupils are making little samples. Absolutely fantastic. We love this. Now, we expect you to fail at times because we're a risk-taking subject. It's part of the process. We want you to try things. This pupil has made some notes. They're not massive failures. They're just modifications that he's then taken through to his development piece. And then ultimately, we've turned it into the net of a 3D model. Now, other pupils have made 3D models. You can have a see of them here. Some have got pitched roofs. They've worked out how to develop the pitched roof on those buildings. And if you look closely at some of them, there are some nice features. Look at these open windows. Now, some pupils went on to consider the function of buildings and if they need to have function and design and have constructed with collage. Look at this separation. It's been done with tracing paper where drawing has taken a new form. These photographs of the 3D models have been done in a similar way where they've been separated and hand-coloured to develop this colourway exploration. We look at artist references along the way and these change all the time based on what they're doing. So this artist has led on to some perspective exercise and I've just found this in a pupil's draw. It's unresolved, but you can see the development to more complex design going on. We can see more work with slightly different imagery and different colourways. And then pupils are going on to consider context. Here we see some map reference to Amsterdam where the buildings are from. And moving on, some reference to Anne Frank because he's thinking about the context. This is early design work. It's not resolved at this stage. Now, if we look on to other work, we will start to see some print work. This piece here is made up of collage sections of buildings. The pupil's gone on to draw. And if we look closely, he's taken a silver card with the image transferred onto it and he's cut into the surface so the areas are cut away and open and will hold ink, inked with a green-based ink, a lovely colour, and then polished on the surface. Then, using the printing press, has printed this rather wonderful image. He's very proud of it, and so are we. It's a super print. And if we look at another one I've just found on the wall, I absolutely love this palm tree in it. It reminds me of Miami. And I'm wondering if that pupil will go on to incorporate some plans for Miami or references within his work. We don't know where it's going yet. Now, here's some work from other years. We have an assessment sheet, which is about developing ideas. So we've looked at plastic pollution in the ocean. People had some reference pictures. Now, that work belongs to the same artist as this portrait work. So we see a difference in the types of drawings we're doing. This is more resolved. He's looked at the work of German expressionists. That print process is based upon the earlier one. This is a lino print. And we can see some work going on to incorporate a new character who was a visitor to school and a Holocaust survivor who we were fortunate to hear talk to us. And that's made this work quite personal. This is some other work from Year 9 where we can see some collage with little hidden messages into the work. So it's quite interesting. So that's generally what the work looks like. And if we consider it, have we developed our ideas? It's not an easy option, but we think you will enjoy it.